A very good morning, Vivites. Heartily welcome to you all for the wonderful session on iCoffee today. So this is a Tuesday, otherwise called as the iCoffee Day. So I'm back again with the continuous Facebook Live series on iCoffee. Well, I welcome you all. I welcome Mr. George, Gayatri Manikandan, Kamal Kakodia, Ajay Kumar, Vivek, Srinivas, Gaurav Jha, Nisha, Avish. Welcome you all, Vivites, to this wonderful morning on a Tuesday, otherwise called the iCoffee Day. I hope you're all curious to know about some of the facts of iCoffee in this continuous Ask the Doctor Facebook Live series. Well, I hope my voice and video are clear to everyone. I hope it is clear to everyone. Well, so my dear friends, I welcome you all again. As I have previously told you, I will be talking a short topic on iCoffee, and today's topic will be on coffee itself. This is very important. So, one of the ingredients, the prime ingredient of iCoffee is coffee itself. So what kind of coffee we are using? So what is inside the coffee? What are its health benefits? These are some of the things that I am going to talk about iCoffee today. So the ingredient of iCoffee being coffee itself. So I've spoken about salsitol in the last Facebook Live. So today it will be the coffee day. I hope you got my point. Well, I welcome you all again. Suppose, as I've previously told as well, so once I finish a short topic on iCoffee, you can start shooting me your questions right now. So once the topic is over, my colleague Asma is collecting the questions today, so I'll be getting the questions for this week and I'll be able to answer them as well. Well, my dear friends, so some of the questions which were left unanswered last week will also be taken up today. So I will be initially answering the unanswered questions of the last week, followed by the new questions that I received today, so that all the questions are covered up. So and don't worry, suppose if your questions are unanswered today, some of them, definitely it will be taken over to the next Tuesday, which will be an iCoffee Day again. I hope you all got the point. Suppose if someone is not able to see the live, please do share this particular event with them on your Facebook or wherever you can on the platforms, so that everybody gets benefited by watching this particular event and promoting the product in a very scientifically validated way, which is in accordance with the current scenario, current lockdown COVID-19 scenario, which is very apt to that, in fact. So this is how you need to promote the product, which is absolutely, it can be promoted during this particular scenario as well. Well, my dear friends, let me start today's session. Before I start the session, normally I would discuss about some of the current affairs which are happening in the world related to diabetes, as well as whatever the current situation right now is. Well, the first article that I am speaking today is from one of the endocrinology journals. It says that COVID-19 infection in people with diabetes. Well, your marketing strategies these days have to be somehow correlated with this current scenario. That's what I was speaking about. It need not be on the COVID-19 directly, no. Because none of these products are working on the virus directly. But you are actually talking about a product which can protect your body from such viral infections in the future. This is the whole, the hypothesis behind the positioning of our products right now. I hope you understood my point. Well, COVID-19 there was an interruption because of a phone call. Well, COVID-19 in people with diabetes. This is a very important scenario because what is the risk of diabetes with reference to COVID-19? That is actually the question which arises. Diabetes patients normally have an impaired immune system as compared to the normal individuals. If you are not a diabetic person, your immune system might be a bit high, right? So if you are a diabetic patient, the immune system is normally low because of the disease. And their immune boosting capabilities have to be much more as compared to the other patients. That is the reason why the infection in the lungs, the disease of the heart, or the obesity for that matter, all these things can easily occur in a patient with diabetes. This is what is the important point about diabetes is. I hope you understood my point. So whenever you are promoting the product these days, you have to tell people that whenever you consume iCoffee Creamer or iCoffee Black, you will be managing your sugar levels naturally, so that you will not be affected with any kind of secondary problems related with diabetes, such as obesity, heart problems, or weakened immune system or infection to the lungs. Such problems will not occur whenever you are consuming iCoffee. So this is what the important fact that you have to tell people. Why I am telling you all this is, again I want to reiterate my own statement. All the Indus Viva products are frontline immune boosting products. That is the reason why you have to boost your immunity first, then only you will be able to tackle other conditions very easily. And especially in diabetes, and you are also seeing it on the TVs and the newspapers daily, that people with diabetes, kidney disorders and heart problems are more, they are succumbing to the disease as compared to the other people actually. This is how the scenario is. I hope you understood my point. Well, the next important article that I am going to talk here is from a journal called as Medical News, and this was published on May 21st, 2020. I would like to give you a statistics here. So there were about 23,804 COVID related deaths previously. I am not talking about the current scenario. This was one of the articles which was telling 23,804 deaths they have studied, in which 1/3 of the deaths occurred in people with diabetes. This is around the world I am telling. I am not talking about today's ratio. This was actually an article in which they have studied one set of the people only. So among 23,804 COVID deaths, 7,466 people, that is 1/3 of the deaths, happened because of diabetes. That with major with type 2 and very minor with type 1 diabetes. So major type 2 diabetes people, around 7,466 cases have been recorded death because of diabetes along with COVID-19. So now you got to know the point that how diabetes can be a triggering factor or a dangerous factor so far as COVID-19 affections are concerned. This is very important. See, what I am trying to tell you here is, whenever you go and speak to people about iCoffee, you have to tell them these scenarios, these statistics, stating that suppose if you are not controlling your sugar levels, automatically tomorrow it might not be coronavirus or some other virus can come, we don't know. Your immune system will be weakened, your body will be affected with different kinds of diseases in the future. So control your sugar levels first so that you can control other kinds of diseases. This is how you need to promote the product. I hope you got my point. Well, my dear friends, going ahead again, there was one more article which came in the Times Hub, Times of Times Now, or the Times of India Group, which is an online journal, on May the 24th, 2020, 2 days back. The article clearly stated like this: coffee protects the body from diabetes. As I have told you, I will be speaking about the point of coffee in this particular Facebook Live. Coffee protects the body from diabetes. What a very important thing. So you have iCoffee in your hand. You have salcital inside iCoffee, which is actually helping for the control of diabetes. Along with salcital, coffee itself is a very good anti-diabetic ingredient. Coffee itself is a very important anti-diabetic ingredient. I hope you understood my point. See, this particular article has references from the University of Harvard. Scientists from the University of Harvard have shown that coffee protects the body from diabetes. With daily use of this drink, it reduces the risk of liver diseases as well as stone formation in the kidneys also. See, not only the diabetes, other different types of conditions in the body can also be countered with the help of coffee. Well, my dear friends, one point is very important here. The concept of caffeine which comes in. See, people are always worried about caffeine in the world, whereas we don't have caffeine in iCoffee. This is one important thing that everyone needs to know, that whatever I am speaking here today is devoid of caffeine. So even this article, what I am trying to tell you here is the University of Harvard has clearly stated that people who are drinking coffee which is not with caffeine can get rid of diabetes. So now you got the point. Caffeine is not the point that I am speaking about. Caffeine is not the thing which is managing sugar levels or diabetes. It is something else in the coffee which is managing sugar level and diabetes, which I am going to tell you in some time from now. I hope you understood my point. And in fact, the particular article also says that 26% of people who are actually involved in a study who were drinking coffee on a daily basis with literally no caffeine ended up in managing their sugar levels very well. Which means that a person who drinks a very good coffee without much caffeine content in it can definitely have their sugar levels managed or controlled very well. I hope you got my point. So the next article which I am going to talk about coffee again, this was published in our own Indian Express on May the 6th, 2020. May 6th, 2020, Indian Express published an article. This is exactly, the article states something like this. Health benefits of coffee from lowering diabetes risk to boosting the metabolism. How can coffee help in lowering the diabetes risk and boosting the metabolism in the body? This was all the article was all about. See, the article stated like this. Coffee not just acts as a wake-up drink, but it is a warm, bitter concoction, comes with other benefits too. They are talking about the health benefits of coffee here. Coffee lovers would agree, a cup of concentrated caffeine can help meet all your kinds of deadlines. But caffeine is not the thing which is actually working in managing the sugar levels, but it is something else in the coffee which helps you to manage the sugar levels. Caffeine, on the other hand, which is present in black coffee or very dark coffees, it is a stimulant. It actually stimulates your brain. It causes dependency also. Whenever caffeine is consumed for a longer periods of time, caffeine dependency happen, which can lead to anxiety and depression. This is what exactly is going to happen when caffeine is consumed in larger proportions on a daily basis. But here we are talking about coffee which is devoid of caffeine. I hope you understood my point. Well, my dear friends, I'd like to tell you one more thing here. Among the many benefits, drinking coffee is always associated with lower risk of type 2 diabetes, and consumption of at least 3 cups a day may help in combating sugar levels. 3 cups a day is what the article is telling about, but we are actually telling that 2 cups a day, at least iCoffee, if it is consumed, it helps you manage your sugar levels naturally. This is what we are telling. But the article is telling around 3 cups. So that is what their study is all about. Well, my dear friends, going ahead, there was another important article which appeared in the magazine Telegraph on 18th May. Telegraph 18th May. So this exactly says like this. How asthma, diabetes and other underlying illness will have problems in coping up with coronavirus. This is important. Why I am telling you this article is, this article of Telegraph, one of the Chinese doctors, he has written an article. See, China is a land where coronavirus has originated. And this doctor has done a trial stating that people in China, around 79% people in China were diabetic when they were admitted to the hospital with COVID-19. They were diabetic, 79%. That is very, very dangerous actually, which means to say that because of diabetes, your immune system is totally weakened inside and automatically you are prone to all kinds of secondary illnesses. I hope you got the point. So with the help of iCoffee, you are not only controlling or managing your sugar levels, but you are boosting the immune system of a particular person, boosting the metabolism of the human being so that he or she will not suffer from any kind of a secondary infection in the future. I hope you understood my point. Well, my dear friends, going ahead now, one of the other articles which appeared in the Los Angeles Times on May the 11th, 2020, it says that coronavirus outbreak has placed an additional emotional and safety burden on people with underlying health conditions like chronic kidney disease, diabetes and high blood pressure. This is also very important. Coronavirus, even though it becomes negative in some people, it will have a harmful effect on your pancreas, on your kidneys, on your heart, on your lungs for a long duration. I hope everybody knows the impact of nuclear bombs which were actually put on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War. Even today, the remnants of those radioactive materials which are coming out of the nuclear bombs is still affecting the people of Japan. This can happen with the debris of virus also. Virus will not come and go in 1 or 2 days. It can stay with us forever. This is what World Health Organization is telling. And we have to live with the virus. And if we have to live with the virus, we have to boost our immunities. You have to keep all your organs intact. You have to keep all your organs healthy. Only then the human body can stay healthy forever. I hope you understood my point. And all Indus Viva products for that matter are immune boosting supplements which will keep each and every organ of your body in a very healthy state so that you will not be able to suffer from any kind of a dreadful disease in future. That is why we are called as a preventive segment of products. I hope you understood the point. Well, my dear friends, just going ahead. As you all know, as I told you, coffee is an ingredient for diabetes, controlling or managing diabetes. As you know, there are 4 types of diabetes, basically 4 or 5 types mainly. The first is called as type 1 diabetes, otherwise called as insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. The second is called as type 2 diabetes, which is called as non-insulin dependent diabetes. The third is called as gestational diabetes, which normally occurs during the pregnancy. The fourth is called as pre-diabetes, which can occur in each and every person without your own notice, right? And there are certain types of diabetes like MODY and LADA. These are some of the other kinds of diabetes that we have. Well, iCoffee or iCoffee creamer or black for that matter are holistic dietary supplement products which acts as a natural supplement for controlling or managing your sugar levels in different types of diabetes. Everybody should understand this point. Coming back to the concept of coffee in iCoffee, we are actually using the coffee which is from a plant called as Coffea arabica. It is called as Coffea arabica. Normally the coffee comes from 2 types of plants called as Coffea arabica and Coffea robusta. But we are actually using the coffee beans which are sourced from Coffea arabica plant. Normally what happens if someone doesn't know about this plant at all, coffee is actually seen in the form of red color fruits. Inside the fruit there are seeds which we normally roast it and make as coffee powder. So I'd like to tell you one more important thing here. What kind of coffee is actually used in iCoffee product? We normally coffee beans which is sourced from Coorg region of Karnataka. So if you see the map of Karnataka, there is a small district called as Coorg. We call it as Kodagu. This Coorg district is well known for knowing the best coffee in India. That is where the best coffee powder comes to Indus Viva from the Coorg, Karnataka. This is organically grown, which is grown on the hilltops where the rainfall is constant. That is how the coffee is grown. Well, normally what we do is, we take out the coffee beans, we slowly roast the coffee beans at 40 degrees Celsius. We roast the coffee beans at 40 degrees Celsius for 7 to 8 hours. This is exactly called as slow roasting of the coffee beans. So what is the importance of slow roasting of the coffee beans? Whenever you roast the coffee beans on a mild flame for long period of time, your caffeine content will be totally minimalized. It will be totally reduced. It will not be there at all. It is very, very negligent. It totally disappears. But whenever the caffeine content goes out, what exactly stays back in coffee is a question. The only thing which stays back in the coffee when the caffeine is removed, the content is called as polyphenols. Polyphenols are the constituents which comes out of coffee beans when you slowly roast it. These polyphenols are very, very, very important antioxidants which has anti-diabetic effect. This is what I was talking about, the composition in the coffee bean which helps you to control diabetes. I hope you understood my point. And as each and every one of you knows, each sachet of iCoffee creamer black contains 3 grams of organically grown coffee roasted powder. 3 grams of coffee powder. I hope you understood the point. The next thing is, again, one of the important articles which was actually talking about caffeine dependency. Now I told you how is actually caffeine removed from the coffee powder. Suppose if you are drinking your regular coffee or tea, even tea contains caffeine for that matter. Overuse of caffeine on a daily basis can cause caffeine dependency, which leads to anxiety and depression. Naturally, if you've seen, caffeine is a stimulant. It stimulates your brain so that your headache goes, you become active. All such things can happen on an instant basis. But when you continuously use caffeine on a daily basis, routinely, that can be a dependency happening there, ultimately leading to brain diseases, anxiety and depression. All these things can definitely happen when caffeine is regularly consumed. Regular intake of iCoffee is relatively safe than consuming other kinds of coffee which are available in the market. I hope you got the point now. This is how you need to promote the product. Like consuming without caffeine is always better by coffee with caffeine. I hope you understood my point. Well, the coffee bean again. See, coffee beans contains something called as polyphenols. Polyphenols are nothing but antioxidants. What polyphenols do is, it actually promotes the uptake of glucose in the tissues and improves insulin sensitivity. This is very important. Coffee beans contains polyphenols, and the polyphenols improve your insulin sensitivity, which means that different organs in your body receive enough insulin so that your sugar levels are controlled or managed. This is what polyphenols are going to do. I hope you understood the point now. So the next important thing is, coffee also contains one more ingredient. This is actually called as chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid. Along with caffeine, coffee also contains polyphenols. Along with polyphenols, coffee also contains the third ingredient called as chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is not something like an acid which will burn your hand. No. Chlorogenic acid is a very natural acid which is having around about 5% of the coffee beans contains chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is the actual thing which will give you the bitterness and the astringency feel of the coffee. Whenever you drink coffee, some kind of bitterness and astringent feel you will have on the tongue is because of the chlorogenic acid. And chlorogenic acid is also considered to be a very good antioxidant. But in our iCoffee creamer or iCoffee black, the major constituent that we are talking about is called as polyphenols. And they are the best antioxidants, and polyphenols are considered to be the best anti-diabetic ingredients. I hope you understood my point. Well, my dear friends, going ahead, coffee not only in diabetes but also in case of obesity is very important. There have been several trials which have been done in the world stating that coffee is a wonderful product for reducing your sugar levels as well as reducing your bad fat, that is the low density lipoproteins or LDL, and coffee can also improve your HDL or high density lipoproteins as well. This is how coffee can help you out. So my dear friends, I hope you understood in iCoffee along with Salcital how coffee is also important in controlling or managing your sugar levels. I hope with this knowledge you can definitely promote the product in a scientifically validated way to the common people by talking about Salcital as well as the coffee bean, as well as the immune boosting properties of iCoffee black or creamer. I hope you understood the point. And as I previously told you, always use one sachet in the morning and one sachet in the night with 80 to 100 ml of hot water. Always it is important to use hot water along with iCoffee because these polyphenols can be extracted into the water only when the water is hot. Not in warm condition, not in cold condition, only in hot condition. The water should be around about 80 degrees, only then the polyphenols can be extracted inside so that you will be getting the utmost benefits of iCoffee creamer or iCoffee black. My dear friends, with this I would like to end my short topic on coffee exactly. I hope you understood the points here and you will be able to take these points ahead. Well, my dear friends, going ahead now, so as I previously promised you, I will be taking up the questions of the last week first. So today my colleague Asma has prepared the questions for me, has taken up the questions. So let me start with the last week's questions first. So the first question that I am seeing on the screen here is, can I suggest iCoffee for skin allergies? No, this is a product which is mainly made for your metabolic health conditions like diabetes as well as an immunomodulator. So the next question is, how non-diabetic person can consume iCoffee? Very important question. I am not a diabetic person. How should I consume iCoffee? It is always better to consume one sachet in a day or half sachet 2 times so that a non-diabetic person can be benefited with iCoffee. This is how you need to use that. The third question is how iCoffee works on weight. I have told you this. It reduces the bad fat, it increases the good fat, which is HDL, and definitely it helps in cutting down the weight. When consuming iCoffee and iPulse, which product is to be taken first? See, this is one important question that the people are asking, because iPulse and iCoffee are normally taken in combination when people normally use that. Definitely, iCoffee should be the first product that you have to use. After using iCoffee, leave a gap of 10 minutes and then start with iPulse. This can be done both times in a day. This is how you have to use both the products. The next question that I am seeing here on the my paper is, should we need to consume iCoffee for lifetime? Well, see, these are some good questions that we are getting. As I've previously told you, all the wellness products can be taken for very long duration. Even our clinical trials are telling that these are the products which are considered to be safe and tolerable whenever you're consuming for longer durations. And you can definitely take it lifetime, there is no problem. So can I suggest iCoffee for hypoglycemia? This is a very good question. Hypoglycemia, my friends, is a condition where it is called as low sugar. It is not high sugar, it is low sugar. Definitely yes. You can suggest one sachet of iCoffee in case of hypoglycemia, but please add a bit of sugar, half teaspoon of sugar to the iCoffee after you prepare, and then you ask the person to consume it so that his sugar levels will not further fall down. I hope you got my point. So the next question that I am seeing here is, I got stomach burning after iCoffee consumption. See, this is one common complaint that the people normally make, because most of our products are acidic, mildly acidic in nature. I would suggest you to consume more and more water after you consume our products, at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water a day, so that you will not suffer from any kind of gastric imbalances. I hope you understood my point. So the next question that I am seeing here is, for kidney transplant patients, how exactly iCoffee can be given? See, whatever the case of kidney issues are, the consumption of liquid has to be minimal. A person should consume only 1.5 liters of liquid per day. Even in such conditions, you can definitely give iCoffee. Give at least half in the morning and half in the night. That should be enough, and that will take care of the condition. So the last question of the last week, what I'm trying to see here is, for dialysis patient, how iCoffee can be used? Well, again a very good question, because during the course of dialysis, none of our products should be given on the day of dialysis. Suppose if a person is undergoing dialysis for 3 days in a week, you should avoid all our products on those 3 days only. The remaining days, whenever they are not undergoing dialysis, you can give our products. I hope you understood the point. So I am going to take the next set of questions now for this week. So what are the benefits, other benefits of iCoffee that we can get? As I have told you, my dear friends, not only managing sugar levels, iCoffee is a frontline immune boosting products also. I have explained you the current scenario of COVID-19 and diabetes. Please promote the products, sell the products in this way by relating it to the current scenario. This is very important. As I have told you, diabetes people are more prone to immune lacking conditions. They are more immune compromised as compared to the other common people who are non-diabetic. That is the reason why they have a chance of getting all these viral diseases. Or if someone has already suffered the viral disease, even for such patients, the organs inside the body would have weakened, because of which, by giving iCoffee, creamer or black, you can definitely strengthen their immune system, and definitely you can manage their sugar levels naturally. Not only that, it also helps in managing your weight, obesity, and other metabolic conditions in the body. I hope you have understood the points. Dose of iCoffee for kids with diabetes is a very important question. Definitely for kids above 6 years of age, you start with giving iCoffee. Please give them half sachet in the morning and half sachet in the night. This is how you need to use that. The next question that I am seeing here is, sudden increase in blood sugar levels and increased urination in the night. Well, this is one question that most of the people are asking. After consuming iCoffee, there is a sudden spike in the sugar levels, and sometimes the urination is increasing. What is the reason? I'll tell you the exact answer for this. In 5% of the people with diabetes, what we have seen through pan-India and around the world, What exactly happens is the sugar metabolism is very high in the morning. In such people, wherever the sugar levels are spiking after consuming the iCoffee, what you need to do is stop the iCoffee in the morning. Always give them one sachet in the afternoon, half an hour before the lunch, and one sachet in the night, half an hour before the dinner. If you stop it in the mornings and continue in the afternoon and night, automatically the sugar levels will fall down in such people. I hope you understood the points. Increased urination. See, again, one of the major symptoms of diabetes is called as polyuria, which is increased urination. It is bound to happen. Always I suggest you to consume less water. Suppose if someone is having more urination. Otherwise, consumption of water doesn't cause a problem. Well, any side effects of iCoffee? Absolutely, we have minimal to no side effects. As I've told you, the gastric impairment can happen, but when you consume more and more liquids, at least 2.5 to 3 liters of water, you can definitely cut down these adverse effects. I hope you understood the point. So please mention the phytonutrients available in iCoffee. I've told you this. It contains the polyphenols. The second thing is chlorogenic acid. These are the two major phytonutrients which are actually present in iCoffee. So the next question that I am taking here is, if sugar levels are high before food and normal after food, then what should be the dosage? The dosage should be the same thing. It should be one sachet in the morning and one sachet in the night, half an hour before your meal. So the next question that I am seeing here on my paper is, can pregnancy mother of 1 month can consume iCoffee Black who is taking insulin? Absolutely yes. Please give them iCoffee Black immediately 1 month after delivery. Please use it. There will be no side effects. Definitely their sugar levels can be managed naturally. How to suggest or advise to the patient who is having iCoffee but also concerned about blood pressure? I'll try to reframe the sentence. A patient with both blood pressure as well as diabetes, how to give iCoffee? Please give them in the same way, one sachet in the morning and one sachet in the night, half an hour before your meal. Definitely will counter both blood pressure as well as diabetes. My dear friends, I'm going to take the last question of the day today. What are the health benefits that non-diabetic will get after consuming iCoffee? Again, the same question. A non-diabetic person consuming iCoffee definitely be protected from getting this particular diabetes pandemic in future. This is what everybody needs. As I've told you, my dear friends, diabetes is not a single disease. It is a disorder. It is a combination of several diseases. So you are not only managing or controlling your sugar levels, but by the consumption of iCoffee Creamer or iCoffee Black, you are managing hundreds of other diseases also. This is what you need to understand. I hope my points are clear, my friends. Thanks for patient watching and thank you for all your questions. I appreciate the participation that the people are showing in this particular Facebook Live series. I hope please continue in the same way. I'll get back to you with other important topics which are relevant to the current scenario as well, along with explaining each and every ingredient and the composition of iCoffee and the other products as well. So my dear friends, that's it for today. Thanks very much. Have a nice day. So this is Dr. Balu Kolar, Head of Product Development and Training, signing off from the desk at Indus Viva Tower, Corporate Office of Indus Viva Health Sciences at Bangalore. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.